Farah Naqvi, the authoress, critic, and of late, an outspoken spokesperson for minority rights who have come out very bravely in all the turbulence of today to speak out and represent the rightful comments of the minorities.
Absolutely delighted to be here in Calcutta. I came because I was invited, but I also came because civilized debate is what we need and not lathis and stones on the heads of our young students. Every rod, I quote, every rod used against the students will be given back by debate and discussion. Aishe Ghosh said this. The JNU Students' Union president with 16 stitches on her head said this, and you should all be very proud. She is a daughter of Bengal and she is a very brave one. It should not matter what your ideology is or what your religion is. Surely everybody on this side and on that side is against violence against our students in universities. But when these goons start shouting Jai Shri Ram as they are doing it, that is when we know we have to talk secularism. I came here to this debate because for me this moment is more than a beer debate. It is my country. I am a mother. And I need to look my 12-year-old in the eye someday and say, son, I spoke up for the right side. Why is this attack on secularism such that we're even having this debate today? Because secularism alone poses the greatest threat, the greatest barrier to the ideas of Hindu Rashtra. Secularism alone is that one barrier that says all people in this land, all religions in this land will forever be equal. Never mind your numbers. If you are 60,000 Parsis or you're just 2.3% Christian. That is why secularism, my friends, is under attack. I want to actually not quote Nehru or Gandhi or Tagore or Vivekananda. Let me begin with Humpty Dumpty, whom Alice encounters in Through the Looking Glass. And what does Humpty Dumpty tell her? When I use a word, Humpty Dumpty said, in rather a scornful tone, it means just what I choose it to mean, neither more nor less. The question is, said Alice, whether you can make words mean different things, that's all. The question is, said Humpty Dumpty, which is to be master, that's all. The speakers in favor of today's motion, the first two speakers, clearly share the same perilous conceit as Humpty Dumpty. They have created a bizarre wonderland of spin and narrative where a profound political concept, where an idea like secularism is stripped of its historical context, of its distorted, and it is reduced. It is as if we're discussing an elephant and all we want to see is its mangy little tail. I'm sorry, people, secularism is not about uniform civil code. It is not about vote bank politics. It is not about the Hindu calendar. It is much deeper, much bigger than that. Secularism, my friends, is about shared values of profound equality. It is about political institutions functioning impartially. It is about a secular state's guarantees of equality before law to all citizens, even those who are brutally lynched to cries of Jai Shri Ram. It is about non-discrimination. It is about the idea of equal citizenship. These ideas are as real as day and night. And what is the alternative that they offer? What alternative? Hinduism? Hindu Rashtra? what is the opposite of secularism? They offer communalism. Yes, communalism now narrativized and masked as nationalism. That is not acceptable. Let me quickly, okay, I have 2 minutes. I want to take on there isn't enough time to take on every single point, but I do want to take great objection to the idea that the secular is somehow an elite, deracinated, godless lot of people. They have no God, they have no religion, they have no culture, they have no tradition, and they are in fact anti-religion. Or worse, they are anti-Hindu. On the contrary, my friends, secularism is what nourishes the best, the deepest, the most profound cultural practices and religious practices in this country, and it protects us all. I am the product of a mixed marriage, and I stand before you, and if secularism is a sham, I am a sham. I have done the Ganga Snan and I have danced with bowls. My sister married a Bengali Hindu, and my half Bengali niece, whose prime religion actually is Elish, but in her cultural calendar, Ashtami, and the Durga Puja pandals that she takes my young son to every year. That is real secularism. In UP, where I come from, where my father's family comes from, we recite something called a sohar. A sohar is a recitation when a child is born to celebrate. And my Amma Jan, my grandmother's favorite sohar was what? Her favorite sohar was Allah Mia Hamre Bhaiya Ka Deo Nandlal. Oh God, oh Allah, please give my brother a son like Lord Krishna. This is what secularism has allowed to flourish and prosper. If the ideal of secularism is replaced by the hierarchy of religion and community, then all boundaries, all accommodation will be lost. Religions will freeze. Religions will be defensive, and their boundaries will harden, and the free flow of cultures, that is my country, will be lost forever. And someone will force me one day to answer the question, is your grandmother Sohar Hindu? Or is it Muslim? And that, my friends, I cannot answer, because it is utterly Indian. This is lived secularism. And this is not a sham. Thank you.